Well, today's sponsor's man of the match was Paul Hodges, but Josh, you're standing in for him. Why is that?
I think Hodges off to Paris. He's had a flight booked, a little break because it's half term, fully deserved. I think it's becoming a running joke now that every week if Hodgie plays at least 10 minutes, he's probably going to be man of the match. So yeah, it probably makes sense for someone else to do an interview every now and again.
I heard he said sorry when he went and got in the dressing room afterwards.
Yeah, he's becoming quite apologetic about it, which makes it worse because he's such a nice guy. So you can't really dislike him. But he's a top lad, and he's been working really hard in the last few weeks, and he's a joy to play with, and he's a really top bloke as well. Yeah,
absolutely. And he's earned a starting spot, as you say, through lots of substitute appearances where he's come on and done well, and he's performed in the 90 minutes or when he started in recent games, which I think he would admit he probably wasn't doing 6 months ago.
Yeah, no, I think for him he's a credit to himself because he's worked on that consistency. I think he was early in the season, he was coming on and he was doing well, and we were seeing flashes of brilliance, but now he's putting it together for 80-90 minutes, working really hard both on and off the ball. And he's one of the first names in the team sheet, I think, now, and that's a credit to him, and he fully deserves that.
Sure. And I suppose we ought to talk about him a bit, I suppose, as he was the man of the match.
Yeah.
Of course, he yet again, and I emphasise yet again, won a penalty for us.
Yeah, I think he should have had two, to be honest. I think the first one was a clear penalty, but sometimes you don't get those. I think what Hodgie does well is he's positive with the ball and he commits players. As a defender myself, it's horrible when you've got someone running at you with pace who can go either inside or outside you. I think that's why he wins so many free kicks and fouls, because it's just it gets to the point where it's impossible to defend against.
Yeah, and quite a substantial number of those penalties have been for tackles from behind, I think, which again emphasises how he's driving forward into the box.
Yeah, again, it's his pace with the ball. I think he's incredibly quick with the ball, lots of short, sharp touches, and once he gets beyond you, you're not really going to catch him.
I was going to say to him, if he'd been able to come up, who was his man of the match. So let's leave him to one side. Who was your man of the match apart from Hodgie?
I thought Gailey was fantastic today. Coming into the side, obviously after a long period out, his attitude's been great since he's been out of the team, and he came in. And I think if you look at 1-0, he's clear one off the line, and then we've gone up the other end and scored. So it's those sort of moments that are really remembered, and I think that was a crucial moment in the game, and I thought he was brilliant throughout.
Yeah, Douse singled him out, and yourself, and Greg Lewis he mentioned as well.
Yeah, Greg Lewis I think is incredibly underrated, not by us, not by the players, and not by the management, but I think by a few of the fans. I think what he gives us, and you look at the stats of when he plays, the amount of wins we get, I think he's great in the air, he's got pace, and he's got quality on the ball as well, and I think he's hopefully starting to get a few of the plaudits that he deserves.
Sure. You say he's great in the air, with which I wholeheartedly agree. He's got an amazing jump, hasn't he?
Incredible leap. Yeah, I think it's
way up in the air.
It's all about the timing, I think, and the leap of it. But yeah, he's really good in the air, and
some natural athleticism, I suppose.
Yeah.
And what about your own game today? How do you feel? What score would you give yourself out of 10 today?
Probably a 7, maybe 7.5. I thought I was good. I think defensively I was happy with my performance, and that's the main thing. I think we're really lucky that we've got attacking players in the team that will do damage. So we know if we keep it tight at our end as a back four and do our job, give them the ball, and they're going to score. There's no team that can live with the attacking players that we've got.
And almost an embarrassment of riches now in terms of forwards, with Heidi and Harvey and Greg and whoever else that I can't remember, and they're joined by the new acquisition today, Reece Alessani.
Yeah, Reece looks incredibly sharp. I've heard a lot about him. I think a couple of the lads know him from his time at Dulwich, and he looked incredibly sharp when he did get on the ball. And like you said, we have got a lot of strength and depth in attacking areas, which is key for the running. We want to score goals and we want to beat teams, and that's what you need to do. I think you look at our bench today. We obviously had Heidi, Harvey, Bradley, Hudson-Odoi on that. That's frightening, and they get into any Conference South team in this league. So we're in a strong position. Hopefully we can keep going, keep grinding out the wins, and do what we need to do.
Absolutely. And the one result that mattered the most went our way today, and we've got another opportunity on Tuesday to get another 3 points.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's it. We want to see how many points we can get, how many wins we can get on the bounce. Tuesday's another massive game. We need to make sure we follow up today's performance with another win. see where it takes us. I think there's going to be a lot of twists and turns between now and the end of the season. No team's going to go and win every single game between now and then, so let's just keep the pressure on. I think the pressure is on Torquay. They're a full-time side. They've got a Football League manager, a Football League ground, so that, they should be winning the league, and realistically, based on the money that they've spent and the fact that they're full-time, they should be 10-15 points clear. So it's great that we're keeping up with them and challenging them all the way.
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. Thanks very much for your time and for standing in for Hodgie. See you all again on Tuesday.
Thank you.